College athletics are still in the phase of fearing the unknown, pondering the chances of returning to their sport with their university this fall. What we do know is the NCAA continues to monitor COVID-19 and is committing to protecting the health and safety of their college athletes. In the beginning of March, the NCAA created a show called the Social Series to provide an in-depth look at issues and current events that have had an impact on college sports. In the most recent episode of the Social Series titled COVID-19 Impact on Athletes, Andy Katz hosts a discussion alongside of NCAA Chief Medical Officer Dr. Brian Hainline and the team physician at the University of Colorado Boulder, Dr. Stephanie Chu, on the impact of COVID-19 on college athletes and specifically football player Andrew Baselli of Florida State University. The link to the episode will be in the description below for anyone interested. In Division I, the NCAA Division I continues to address the impact of COVID-19 by extending the dead period to May 31st. Former Buffalo assistant men's basketball coach violated the NCAA ethical conduct rules. Former coach Hunter Jenkins had forged a written statement through an email regarding a transfer student athlete. The case was processed through the negotiated resolution process. Hunter Jenkins agreed to Level 2 aggravated penalties. Some of the penalties include a $5,000 fine and 1 year of probation. The NCAA Division II Administrative Committee decided to allow for flexibility around student-athlete involvement in virtual recruiting. Committed prospective student-athletes' attendance in team meetings, as well as flexibility in transcript requirements during this pandemic are acceptable. Prospective high school student-athletes graduating in 2020 are permitted to have phone calls and video conferences with coaching staff members during the dead period through May 31st. This also applies to 2-year and 4-year college prospective student athletes looking to transfer. Committed prospective student athletes are privileged in the opportunity to participate in virtual team meetings that do not involve physical activity. Participation granted to those who have signed their national letters of intent or written offer from their institution. To be flexible academically, the committee decided to allow prospective student athletes to provide some version of a grade report or a waiver submitted by their school if unofficial transcripts are unavailable. The same goes for Division I in regards to the rules with virtual team meetings. Teams are allowed to meet for 8 hours a week to discuss game film and host chalk talk meetings. These meetings must have non-physical countable activities and provide 1 day off out of the week. Moving on to soccer, the NCAA Playing Rules Oversight Panel adjusted the current collegiate soccer rules to align with the international rules. Amongst the array of changes, there are new protocols for goalkeepers during penalty kicks, as well as rules that address the distance attacking players can stand in regards to defensive team walls of 3 players or more. On penalty kicks, goalkeepers cannot touch the goalpost, crossbar, or net before the kick is taken and must be 1 foot from the goal line. And finally, the NCAA continues to be an outlet of support for mental and physical health. The NCAA Sports Science Institute will be developing webinars and outreach recommendations. The NCAA website offers suggestions for daily strategies recommended by National Alliance of Mental Illness. A link to these coping strategies will be in the description below. That is all for your NCAA College Athletics update. I'm Mackenzie Mitchell, SUTV Sports.